Are you a pervert or something? Okay. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
Hold on a sec. I just
National
want
Pornographic
to...
says it.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
The whales have a 15-foot penis. I didn't cut out. You heard me. Google it yourself. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
Are you a pervert or something? Okay. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
Hold on a sec. I just
National
want
Pornographic says it.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
The whales have a 15-foot penis. I didn't cut out. You heard me. Google it yourself. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
Are you a pervert or something? Okay. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
Hold on a sec. I just
National
want
Pornographic says it.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
The whales have a 15-foot penis. I didn't cut out. You heard me. Google it yourself. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15
Are
what?
you a pervert or something? Okay. The whales have a 15-foot penis.
What is up, heathens? How y'all doing? I hope that you guys are doing great this Saturday. I just got done about an hour or so ago meeting up with the Skeptic Mafia. We were making all of our weird ass plans that the Skeptic Mafia does. You know how we do. And since we hit 50K early this morning, we decided that we would do a live call-in show here at Godless Engineer. Goth Painter in the chat has already said, I feel like I'm missing some kind of context here. And if you guys don't know, we have been moving progressively forward to this 50K milestone, and we finally hit it. And I'm so happy that we've been able to surpass 50K subscribers. It's been kind of a long journey, and I'm really happy that we are here to where we could start working on the next 50K to the 100K mark, where we get the I think is it a silver play button that's first? I think it's silver.
It is. Is this thing on?
Oh.
Is this thing on?
Oh, yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Hi, honey. I didn't see you grab it.
Yeah, I'm sly like that.
Yeah. That little table that we got is perfect height for that, huh?
I know, and it's not squishy like the chair, so it doesn't fall all over the damn place. I know, it's perfect. I thought of that. Smart.
Yeah, good. All right, so today, like I said, we're doing a call-in show. It looks like we've already got one caller on the line to talk with us. So, if you don't if you don't know, 50K subscribers, woo! We're going to be working on our next 50K, and I just wanted to take some time out today to kind of open GE up to you guys, let you ask any kind of questions that you might have, get any kind of advice that I might have to give to you, anything like that. So we're going to go on ahead, jump right into our first call.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
What is on the screen? It says Godless Engineer AMA. What does that mean?
AMA, ask me anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry, please.
Sorry, that's the hip new lingo talk there, hun.
Yeah, I know. I'm not with all of the new phraseology.
The phraseology. All right, here we go. All right, so I think first caller, how you doing?
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! Wuhan can prove the existence of God. All right,
it's Wuhan. Hold
It's
on, I
Wuhan.
can't hear. I gotta put my earbuds in. Here.
Okay. Casey's gonna put her earbuds in.
I know,
so
and
that
I'm
she
gonna
can
be
hear.
on a delay here.
Yeah. So all right, Wuhan, prove
Oh,
God.
Jimmy says he can't hear the callers.
Oh crap! Sorry. Hold on, real quick. I gotta make sure that people can hear you make your argument for God. All right. There you go. I think they should be able to hear you now.
Oh, Wuhan put a link in the chat.
No, wait, huh? What, honey?
Wuhan, he put a link in the chat.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. For some reason, it's not picking you up. Why is it not picking you up? Let's see.
This wouldn't be a GE stream without technical issues.
Technical issues with GE. Let me see here. I think it's probably something to do with stereo. Uhan, if you can hear me, can you talk?
I can hear you.
Okay, well.
Oh, we can hear him now.
Yeah, y'all can hear him, but I can't hear him, which is the more important thing.
Oh, well, that would be difficult to talk to him if you can't hear him.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know.
We totally got this together by 50,000 subscribers, y'all.
You know what? I don't need your judgment. Hold on. Let me try this. Okay. My friend's out. Okay. Maybe try. Can you try talking again there, Uhan?
Still here.
Okay. Hold on. Now I can hear him.
But we can't.
Can't. Okay. Say one more thing.
One more thing.
There you go. I think he came through that time.
Yes, we got him.
Okay.
And you've got him.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Uhan, make your case for God.
I just did. It's in the chat.
Oh, he put it in the chat. Hold on. Let me. So sorry. I know she said that you put something there. The
And
chat
Christopher
keeps
did
moving.
too.
And Cadence.
Wait, what?
Are you going to be able to put it on the screen?
Might be able to. If it put link in new tab. No, don't go to the studio. Like it keeps trying to go to the studio version of the link. Hold on. I'm getting there. I promise that this just goes to show you that Persephus, not Godless Engineer, reaches 50,000 subscribers. Okay, hold on. I gotta. Oh wait, I think yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up on the screen here. Wrong thing. Nope.
Mark Caesar said they don't call him an engineer for nothing.
Hey, you know what? That's the truth right there. I don't care. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to it. There we go. All right, let's shape this up a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Uhan.
No, I'm going to jump off the call then so I can listen to your stream.
Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like we got a 15-minute video. That's Brocephus, not the Godless Engineer. Let's see. Did he hop off the call? I think so.
I think so.
All right. Crap. There.
$50,000. I bet you never even thought it was possible when you started doing those videos back in the day. I've been a supporter of yours for years now, and I look forward to the years to come. Here's to the next 50,000, John. Congratulations to you and Casey on this milestone. I can't wait to see you continue to stand up and use your voice to affect real positive change in the world. Love you guys.
Congrats on 50,000 subscribers from your resident demoness, Cadence.
Notjar here. I just want to send my biggest congratulations for 50,000 subscribers. It's about fucking time. So, from the bottom of my upside down skeptical heart, you have my absolutely warmest congratulations, KC. The channel has come leaps and bounds, KC, even in the last few years since I've been watching, and it all comes down to the hard work and commitment you have put in over the years, KC. From your amazing hosting abilities, KC, the vastly enhanced production values you bring, to the improved energy of the on-screen talent John, who you have clearly inspired. Nobody deserves this 50k more than you, KC. Oh, and John, you're a good co-host, mate. But seriously, congratulations, John. I love you, mate.
Hey, GE, and of course KC. It's been a while, hasn't it? Holy nutballs on a stick. Yeah, I want to congratulate you with your 50k subs. 50k, man. Wow, you deserve each and every one of those 50k because, yeah, you guys are still awesome. I still love you guys, even though I haven't been around. Fuck me, 50k. I would give my right tits for 50k. Yeah, just continue making awesome content, and I hope to see you around really soon. See you guys later, man. Bye. Oh yeah, and before I forget, all y'all heathens, don't forget to stand up and use your voice.
Hello, John. It's me, Apologia. Wait. No, it's me, Telltale. Sorry. Hi, John. It's me, Shannon Q. And I just wanted to say a big congratulations on hitting 50,000 subscribers. You deserve it, and many, many more. So here's to the next 50,000. Much love, and once again, congratulations from your friend, Shannon Q.
Congratulations, John. I'm an atheist, Amanda. So thrilled for you and Casey. You guys have built an awesome channel here. You both do so much for the community. You've both been so incredibly kind and supportive to me, even since before I started my channel. Congratulations on a fuck ton of subs. 50,000 is not a small number, and hope to see 50,000 more. Congrats, guys.
Greetings and salutations, unbelieving code monkey. Pardon me? What's up, G? Huge congratulations on 50,000 subscribers.
Hey, it's the Dark Lord here. Jews momentarily allowed me to take over his body so that I could personally thank you for all that you do on your YouTube platform and debunking religious craziness and helping to spread the ways of the heathens. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks to people like you, there are more and more heathens in this world. You, sir, are awesome. Also, Casey's right. Star Trek is better than Star Wars. Just wanted to let you know that. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Bye.
Congrats on 50k, John. You've supported me from the very beginning, and you're an inspiration in modeling integrity, intellectual honesty, rigorous research, commitment to excellence, and taking care of others. Here's to the next 50, good sir.
Woo! Congratulations, John! 50,000 subscribers, and hey, it could not have happened to a better guy. Hey, for any of you who don't know John very well, he is one of the most kind and generous people, and I know that when you watch him on his videos, sometimes he comes on a bit strong, but personally, he couldn't be a more supportive person. He's the one that helped me get started. His stand up and use your voice has encouraged so many people to come out and start creating content. Anytime I have a question, he's there for me. He's come on my streams and helped to boost some of my ratings. He's done so much for me. I couldn't say how much we need to help support him as well. And John, this could not have happened to a nicer person. So congratulations. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the community. You know, if you don't know his content, John puts out so much stuff. He's got his Bible podcast. He's got his Christian character. He plays his ukulele and does Today I Learned. He's got so many different things that if you see one thing of his that you don't care for, just go look for something else. He's got so much to offer, and he's learned so much about history, and he's got his Christus app. You know, there's just so many levels to John that he's like the ogre. You just got to keep peeling back the layers to see what's all there. And so thank you, John. Congratulations. And I'm standing up and using my voice, and I hope everyone else does too.
Hello, this is Christopher. God damn it, Christopher. I had a brain part there. From NASA Blackside Area 69, talking to you from our boardroom. I gotta say, it's been a long journey to 50k, hasn't it? You've come a long way from when I first met you like 4 years ago. And I hope you grow even more. Anyway, congrats again on the 50,000, and don't forget to stand up and use your voice.
Holy shit! 50k! That's so impressive. Congratulations. And honestly, thank you. Thank you for being around. Thank you for being who you are. This community would not be as nearly as good as it is if it wasn't for you and people like you. All the best, mate, and well done for hitting that milestone.
How's it going, GE? This is my 4th attempt at recording this because apparently my phone fell and hit my keyboard, and one of those things is apparently a hotkey to stop recording. I had no idea. Things you learn about a program you've been using for years. Speaking of years, it's been about 2 years since we actually met at Faithless Forum, and I wanted to thank you, one, for giving me an interview shortly after that. That helped a lot in growing my channel. And speaking of growing channels, I see that yours is, at time of recording, about to hit 50,000, but ideally by the time you get this, you will have hit 50,000. And I just wanted to congratulate you on hitting 50,000 subscribers. That is an awesome milestone. I know it took a lot of hard work and a lot of time to get there, but now that you're there, hey, it's a hill you never have to cross again. So, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you enjoy everything that comes out of your channel. And hey, there's going to be haters. Don't let them get you down. They suck.
Hey John, just wanted to say congratulations on finally hitting 50,000 subscribers. That's awesome, man. I've only known you about 2 years now. It's been amazing watching you grow since then. And just big thank you to you and KC for both being there for me. If you guys ever need anything, I'm obviously here for you. There was something I forgot. Oh yeah, it was Star Trek. Sucks. Bye.
Hi John, 50,000 subscribers. Congratulations. I am so happy for you, and I can't think of anybody who deserves it more. Well, maybe me. One day maybe me. But right now, I can't think of anybody other than you who deserves it more. And I just wanted to say that it could not have happened to a better person. Ever since I started coming on the YouTube scene, you have been right there with advice, with assistance, with moral support. You're a fantastic friend. And whenever anything happens where we wanted to support a cause or we wanted to support a person, I knew, and so does everybody else, that the first person they can go to and the person that they can count on the most to organize, to throw in all of their effort, to make sure that everything goes well, to be trusted, to support it, to push it forward, to gather people together, is always Godless Engineer and KC. You guys are amazing friends. You mean the world to me, and that I get to share a little bit of this moment with you is really exciting. I can't think of anybody who deserves it more. So, congrats. Yay, congrats. Love you guys. Stand up and use your voice.
I did it, y'all! I did the Lord's work, brought 50,000 people to Jesus. No thanks to that godless engineer. F that motherfucker. He can go f himself.
Hi, I am the Godless Engineer.
Hi, Godless Engineer here.
I'm the Godless Engineer.
Hello, I'm the Godless Engineer. I'm the Godless Engineer. I'm the Godless Engineer.
What's up, heathens?
Well, what is up, heathens? What's up, heathens? What's up, heathens?
What's up, heathens?
What's up, heathens?
What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? So, here we go.
I'm John Gleason, the Godless Engineer. I spent my entire life as a Christian. One of my closest friends challenged my faith in the Christian God. He told me that you have to believe everything in the Bible or else you're not a real Christian. I had never considered the idea that I wasn't a Christian, because there was no way that I could believe all of the fantastical things that were in the Bible. I always felt like that was the only option available to me, until I started considering what I actually believed. At the end of that journey, I realized that I was an atheist.
Today we are talking with Arn Ra.
Evolution is not anti-God.
It's not enough for me to just say, here's why you shouldn't believe in God.
What was your relationship with religion, in your early life?
Well, I was raised a Jehovah's Witness.
I'm a member of 4 different ex-Mormon groups. Support. The people there will understand you. They get it. They've been where you've been.
Either in real life or, online. So I think that's really great advice.
There are a lot of common sources that are cited when people want to prove that Jesus existed in history. Any kind of gap in our knowledge was once filled by God, but once we were able to explain that gap with natural processes, there is no longer a need for a God to be able to explain that particular phenomenon.
You're hugging wicked people, man, and you're an abomination to God.
I can guarantee you I'm morally better than all of you plus your God.
I do want to say that any of the super chat donations that we get from the stream and any money we make off of advertisements or anything like that are going to go directly to be able to send more kids in the Congo to secular schools. Basically, every $120 sends a child to a school in the Congo for a full year.
Hi, I'm Bro Cephas. I'm here to bring the word of the Lord to you. And it just sucks it all out.
Great Fox here, and I just thought I'd come by and say something really dumb. I wouldn't trust NASA. There are documents from NASA that talk about the Earth being a plane.
The whales have a 15-foot penis.
I'm sorry, Ken. You cut out there. They have a 15 what?
15? I didn't cut out. You heard me. Google it yourself.
My bad. I shouldn't have indulged myself. I'm the Godless Engineer, and I am
a dumbass that doesn't know the first fucking thing about history.
Don't forget to stand up. Don't forget to stand up. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens. Oh man, that was so awesome, guys. I cannot begin to express how awesome that was. We got the Sinister Porpoise who did a super chat a while back that says, greats be excellent to each other except Steve McRae. Let's see, we got a call in the queue. I'm so sorry that we call in the queue. Okay.
Hold on, just before we go to a call, thank you all so much for doing that. That is so sweet.
That was
you guys
really,
are the best.
That was awesome, guys. All right, who do we got on the line?
Hi, my name is Jackie. I'm here in Missouri. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good there, Jackie. How are you doing?
A little nervous, but that's to be expected. First time calling in anywhere. So, first off. Again, congratulations on your 50K subscriber count. It's been awesome to see you guys continue to grow and expand over the years, and you guys have really helped me out with my process of becoming an atheist. So thank you so much for everything.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that we could help in some kind of way. I'm guessing you're an atheist, or what's your religious persuasion?
I am agnostic atheist now, but I grew up in LCMS Heartland territory, so that's what I was born and raised with.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, did you have something you wanted to ask or talk about today?
Well, I officially came out to my mom 2 nights ago, so I was wondering if there's any resources that you could recommend. I have your Priestess app already, but aside from that, are there any other major resources you think could be helpful in case my folks do decide to proselytize to me in the future? Because I know, as I've been referenced as a miracle child, so I know that's going to be happening at some point in the near future.
Right. Well, you know, it's hard for me to pick out like one particular resource. Generally, I usually go to like for instance, if you're looking for any kind of good Bible verses to kind of come back at somebody with, generally like the Skeptics Annotated Bible, they have some pretty good lists there. Be a little make sure you read and understand what the supposed contradiction or horrible passage is, because sometimes sometimes they have something on the list that isn't necessarily horrible or what you're looking for. So just make sure you understand, what you're actually citing from there. And then, of course, my Crestus app has a lot of great information about early Christian history. If you ever get to those kind of situations, and there's multiple blogs out there that you can go to. Like Richard Carrier's blog has really great resources on it. The way that I usually have prepared for something in particular, I've either directly researched it or it's just been things that I've kind of gathered from like debates. So I wouldn't try to consume or I wouldn't try to find one all-encompassing resource. I would try to pick like one particular subject that you're kind of curious about and watch debates on it and look at any kind of resources that you can find through like a Google search about it is generally how I go about it, unless it's a scientific topic. If it's a scientific topic, then trying to find like actual research papers or studies done on something is probably good. The same way with historical studies as well. I'm sorry I can't give you like a one-stop shop for like a resource or something, which might be a good idea to put together. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's fine. I get that. I just know my mom follows a lot of apologists, especially Lee Strobel. So I just wanted to make sure that I at least had some ideas as to what to jump into. Yes, I know Lee Strobel. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, like right off the top of my head, as far as like Lee Strobel stuff goes, there's a lot of pop level books out there that directly refute Lee Strobel's work. Like there's a book called it's like the Argument Against Miracles or something like that, because that's one of his books. Argument Against Miracles. I can't remember who wrote that. I cannot. I'll have to see if I can find that. And I don't know if maybe you can email me, john@godlessengineering.com, and I could probably get you some pretty good book recommendations. One right off the top of my head, though, is Richard Carrier's Not the Impossible Faith. In that book, he's responding to a certain apologist who says that Jesus had to die and resurrect in order for Christianity to become a thing. So he goes into a lot of like history and sort of just logical arguments against that whole idea. So that might be good. So yeah, if you just email me, I will definitely get you a good list of books that you can read that provide some pretty solid arguments against anything an apologist might bring up.
Okay, thank you so much, John. That really does help me a lot. I know this is coming up soon, so thank you.
Oh, no problem. Like I said, well, since you have my email now, anytime that you have like something that you can't answer or that you want to get further clarification on, or at least my opinion on it, you can always email me and I'll do my best to respond.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, geez. Sorry for the reaction. It really does mean a lot to me to hear people say, yeah, absolutely reach out to me. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. I always love helping people, giving them, at least my take on things and everything. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right, obviously. I could very well be wrong. But, I always try to help out the best way that I can. Usually I'm right. And usually Casey's always right.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Cadence. I can always jump in the Discord if that would also help too, if that would make it easier.
Oh yeah, Discord. Yeah, I always sorry. The Discord is always kind of like the redheaded stepchild. At least I treat it that way. I do look in Discord, not so frequently, but I try to look in there somewhat frequently.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you so much, John. I know you probably got other callers coming up, so I don't want to keep you too long. So, again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and rest of your weekend.
Oh, thank you so much. And yes, definitely will. I hope that you do too. I think I do have one other call that's waiting, but I hope you have a great weekend, and I guess I will talk to you later, okay?
All right. Talk to you later, John.
Bye. All right. Let's see. Next caller that we got in line there. Talk. All right. Hey, you're on with Godless Engineer. Who do I have on the line?
Well, you have technical problems with GE, but that's your problem. It's just me, John. How you guys doing today?
We're doing okay. How are you doing there, man?
Pretty good. I kind of missed the entire chat with everybody, so I didn't see it until the last minute. Jumped on, and as soon as my hands were dry and be able to touch my microphone, everybody jumped off.
Oh, so sorry about that there, Jonathan.
Hey, but I'm stuck at work, so I wanted to take a few minutes since I see you guys are doing the live video. Wanted to wish you a happy 50. Maybe we can get another 150 here soon.
Oh yeah, I hope so. My next goal is 100K. That way I can get that friggin' play button, and I'll be happy once I get at least one play button.
Oh, I understand.
So is work going pretty good there, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's actually been quite slow. We've had the power go out twice now, and it's only the first day they've been open.
Oh, wow. So they actually opened the school, because you work at a university, right?
Yes, I'm actually in the Kaplan Center for Wellness. And today's their first reopening day since the COVID virus. We're at, I believe, 10 or 20 or 30% capacity of maximum. And supposedly the only thing that I was told is they start telling people to go away, or we can't have any more people come in as long as every piece of equipment is full.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's been quite interesting. Luckily enough, the building finally closed about 30 minutes ago, and lunch is in another 30 minutes, so I'm going to probably jump off here and let you guys get back to your stream. And everybody, thank you for listening to me for the last few minutes.
Oh, no, thank you for calling in, man. I'm so sorry you didn't get to talk in the Skeptic Mafia hangout that we had earlier. I saw that you had joined up, but I didn't get a chance to really say anything because I was having to jump off there real quick.
I think the last thing I heard was Casey say goodbye, and then I hit the talk button, and you both had disappeared. It's like, well, damn.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
It happened. That's one reason why I pay for the maximum thing, so I can also video chat you guys.
All right. Well,
Which
I hope
haven't
you have
used in a while.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Which I actually haven't used in a while. I should probably email you and get another chat with you going.
Oh, definitely. I think you're at the you're at either the
Free Thinker.
The Free Thinker, yeah, that gets you a personal hangout with me. So definitely, all you gotta do is hit me up, and we'll get that scheduled.
Absolutely. Casey, you have a good night.
Oh, did he say something to me?
Yeah, he says have a good night.
Hi, you too. So sorry. I'm doing woman things. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, well, come out of the kitchen and get behind the camera. That's where you're supposed to be. Oh, my apologies. I'll let you get back to your womanly things then. Bye. Maybe you should send GE into the kitchen and you should be in front of the camera then. I guess that was a no. Okay, well, have a good night, GE, and happy 50K.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate your call, man.
Oh, yeah, and remember, Casey's almost always right.
It's true.
Of course.
It's true story.
Bye.
Bye, man. All right. So let's see. Drop. Okay, we got our next caller, but I see the link that I have in the description for the Discord seems to have expired, so I'll definitely get a new one in there soon. I'll get a new, because I thought that I had it for never expiring, but I guess maybe that I didn't do that right. Discord's kind of a new animal to me, so you'll have to forgive my old manness of it, but nope, never a real engineer. All right, let's get to the next caller. We got Anonymous calling from Anonymous. How you doing, Anonymous?
Hi, John. It's Charlie Day. I just called to tell you congratulations on 50,000 subscribers, and also to tell everybody to buy kitten mittens. You'll be smitten. I guess my question for you, John, is do ants get morning wood?
Does who get morning wood?
Do the ants.
The imps?
Ents. E-N-T-S from Lord of the Rings. Do ants they're tree people. Come on, John.
I didn't know who. I don't know Lord of the Rings shit. I'm sorry. God damn. Being given the business by Charlie Day. Jesus Christ. My guess is that they could definitely have a limb go from flaccid to, hardwood. I don't know. Probably.
Okay, good enough. I hope you figured out you only have one friend who does a Charlie Day impression.
I could hear your voice within the Charlie Day voice there, Jimmy.
That's why I do the impression, because that's just how I sound when I yell.
Casey did not know that was you, by the way.
How does it feel to call into a call-in show instead of being on one?
Sorry, Jimmy actually stepped away. Now it's Stewie Griffin here at the microphone. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say congratulations. But on speaking on behalf of Jimmy, I'm sure it was very surreal for him.
Yes, I can tell that it's very. Trust me, the surreal is not just on your end.
It gets weird. Well, thank you for answering the question about the ends, but seriously, big congrats on hitting 50K.
Yeah, thank you so much for your message in the little video clip. That
was Shannon.
That was Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay. Shannon.
Yeah, I didn't get mine in on time.
Got a bit hairier in that case for that one.
All I know is in that clip, Shannon should have let her hair dry before recording the video on my balcony, which was also weird.
Oh man. Well, I really appreciate coming from you, which you're at 250,000 subscribers now?
Or
is it 300?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had to guess, it's exactly 370,000, but
just to pull a number directly out my asshole.
I actually dropped and damaged my silver play button. They're pretty. They're not as great as you think. They're pretty weak. They're not even made of silver.
What? They're not made of real silver? I figured they just give out free silver.
The whole reason I was doing it was for the real silver.
Well, you're gonna have.
I'm operating under the assumption that the gold ones are real, and so that's why I'm going now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that worked out so well for the silver shit, right?
Yep.
Well, so Jimmy, who's on the line this Sunday?
Matt Dillahunty and Seth Andrews.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a powerhouse of a stream right there.
Yeah, that's a star-studded.
And subscribe to The Line. You should go subscribe to it. It's great. We'll just say it's the best call-in show in this atheist community world.
It's the only good show I make. Also,
wait, you make other shows?
Yeah, no, it doesn't even matter. Don't worry about those. The line hit 25K yesterday. So we both had big things yesterday. We both hit our dope spots. Pretty cool.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Definitely.
I am pretty sure it's because of Matt Dillahunty, but either way, thank you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to his new show. When does his new show start on the channel? The Hang Up?
I think it's next Thursday.
Yeah, this one. By the way, I did not call in to promote my stuff. I did call in to promote Kitten Mittens. You'll be smitten. But I did not call in to say congrats and buy Kitten Mittens. If you could do a double thumbs up and say buy Kitten Mittens before I go, that would be excellent.
Buy Kitten Mittens today!
Thank you.
He's going to use that on something.
Should I give you, hold on, should I give you a bit cleaner? Wait a second. Maybe I can give you a bit cleaner of a thing. Here we go. Buy Kitten Mittens today! How's that?
I almost wonder if I could get away with producing a Kitten Mitten merchandise, doing the impression, and not get sued by Charlie or the Always Sunny in Philadelphia crew. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Considering that it's like an artistic sort of, I guess, rendition of it or what, I bet it would be fine.
If it was up to Charlie Day, he wouldn't care. You don't know if you can trust those bastards at FX.
Well, hey, you know how I've got that Heathen shirt? Apparently,
Yeah.
I am no longer able to sell that shirt because somebody trademarked the word heathen and had it taken down.
That's weird. And wait. Was it the one that looked like Supreme?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so I know what it is. If you're using Teespring, I had the same problem with my button shirt, and I reached out to the crew. It's not actually the trademark. It's that I used the word Supreme in the tags, and that's why. If you use Supreme anywhere.
Oh, no. That definitely wasn't my problem because I contacted Teespring's IP department, and it wasn't just my Heathen shirt. It was the What's Up Heathens shirt as well that also got taken down, and it's specifically because of the word heathen.
How can somebody... I'm going to go and just start trademarking all kinds of words. That's such horseshit.
Like, I feel like if I had the shirt and I was trying to replace like whoever's like material that they were putting out, but it just kind of seems like somebody trademarked just the word heathen and then sent takedown notices to various products.
I'm trying to look it up. David A. Lancaster is apparently who trademarked the word heathen.
Yeah, it's for a bunch of different products that I don't know if he sells them or what, but I had not seen a heathen. Related. What?
All alcohol related. None of these are even like
T-shirt.
None of these are even like clothing. Yeah, man, you should challenge it. Screw this guy.
If I had the capital put back to like afford maybe a lawyer, I would probably do that.
Yeah. Y'all give him money. Let's do this shit. Oh wait,
give me money to buy a lawyer so I can fight for my heathen shirt.
Dude, those legal GoFundMes are like some of the most successful GoFundMes out there. I did find one. I found a different trademark that does include clothing. And so it might not have been the Lancaster guy. It might be this J. I'm going to say that you pronounce his last name bitch, because it's spelled kind of like that. Bitch. Let's just publicly shame him.
Yeah, for being a dipshit.
That's just an asshole thing. Putting like, oh yeah, I had the brilliant idea to put the word heathen on clothing, and therefore no one else should be able to. Oh no, never mind. It is still David Lancaster. It was renewed by his employee, Mr. Bitch.
Well, you see, I have a trademark for my Crestus app. It like just the title of it, but really, I would only issue like a takedown or something like that if someone was trying to like copy like my work and like sell it as a replacement. Like I feel like that's a reasonable thing to try to do. But like just the heathen shirt, like if there's already a heathen shirt where people can go and buy it now, fine. But last time I had looked, there just wasn't like anything available anywhere for in that particular kind of shirt.
But you're talking about like a word that is an identifier, like something that people identify as, and someone wants the right to not let anyone else put that on a shirt when it's an identifier. Like if I were to put the word pansexual and then I get suddenly sued by Brendan Urie, I wouldn't like Panic at the Disco anymore. That would be an asshole move. She's the only other pansexual I know of. That's why I use it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Jimmy. And I can't wait to see the line tomorrow night with Matt and Seth, which I know when I was on with Matt, it was apparently one of the best streams, like as far as like subscribers and stuff, maybe. I don't know. It was right after the stream that I can't remember your producer's name right off the bat.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd have to watch. You'd have to ask David. I don't watch my own channels. God, can't imagine anything worse. Oh,
you see, I'm like a hawk.
Yeah,
with that.
I think that's right. I think we started seeing a surge. So right now, you're in the last 28 days. The clip about the rapture coming soon is the second most watched in the last 28 days.
That was a good one.
And
I also like the one with the rambling guy.
I wish I knew what you were referring to. I'm not kidding. I don't watch my own channels.
Oh, well, there was a guy that just rambled on and on and on. Nobody could figure out what the fuck he was talking about. And Matt was like, I asked the chat. Nobody knows what you're talking about, dude. Yeah, he offered $5 to anybody that could explain it.
So your live show is the second most watched live show, only beaten out right now by the one with Matt and Shannon. But that one also was out for like 5 months more. So I'm guessing you'll overtake it. You'll have the record soon enough.
Nice. But after tomorrow, I really don't I think it's going to be dwarfed by Matt and Seth, because that particular fucking powerhouse right there.
Oh yeah.
Unbeatable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. That'll be a tough one. But yeah, cool, man. Again, congratulations on 50,000, and thanks for endorsing the kitten mittens.
Oh, I will endorse whatever kind of product you want to put out there, Jimmy. I can trust you like that.
Challenge accepted.
All right. Thanks, Jimmy. You have a good night, man.
Peace.
All right. Oh, shit. We have somebody from 205 area code, which is like middle, just South Alabama kind of thing. It's within Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. I believe 205 is in Alabama. It's been a while since I've taught. Anyways, let's see who we got on the line there. Hello, who do we got?
But I got my butt to prove God.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Who am I speaking to first?
This is Lisa for Truth.
Oh, okay. Hey, Lisa.
I just had to get that out.
Okay.
Did I throw you for a loop?
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, hold on, wait a second. What?
Yeah, I got my book to prove God. No, seriously though, man. Congrats on 50K.
Oh, thank you so much there, Lisa. It means a lot. Which I still need to set up with you a time to come on your channel and do that interview with you. And I'm so sorry that I haven't done that yet, but I plan on finding that email right after this show and touching base with you again.
Sure, that's no big deal. You know, like I said, we're all busy right now, so it's no big deal. I also wanted to oh shit, I forget what I wanted to do. I hate it when I do that. But I got the real thing out. I got my book to prove God. Oh, thank you very much. You are one of the YouTubers that actually helped me with my identity crisis after I left Christianity, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that anything that I produced helped you in that way. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to be, you know, such a positive force in your life. But I'm just kind of curious, like, how exactly did I help you?
Well, you just helped me see how really dumb the things in the Bible were, especially the miracles. You know. I had started to go to a metaphorical interpretation of the Bible anyway. But, you know, some of the things that I was really trying to, like with Jesus, you know, people were like, well, Jesus said Adam and Eve were real. Yeah, and I had a real struggle with that one because I was like, well, I believe in Jesus, you know. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, Jesus was a Jew. Like, duh, he would believe in Adam and Eve, you know.
Yeah.
And so you just gave me the tools to, you and other YouTubers gave me the tools to kind of think through things, and, you know, what I believe. And, you know, I don't think a whole lot of people actually think about what they believe. They believe what they believe because the parents tell them to believe it. And I think that's a detriment to society. So anyway, man, I'll get off. Congrats again on 50K.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm like I said, I'm so glad that I was able to help, along with you know, other people, help you kind of I guess become okay with your non-belief. Would that be a good an accurate thing to say?
Yeah, I struggled with it a lot. People who don't go through it don't realize how much of a struggle it is. They say, well, you just became atheist because you want to sin, or some other stupid nonsense like that. And they don't get it. They don't get that most of us were like trying to hold on to our faith, and we just couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I've heard this from some other people about how after looking at either the stuff that I produce for the Facebook page, as far as like memes or articles or something, and as well as my videos, that it kind of helped them become, you know, okay with being an atheist. Not so much, you know, anything that I was saying in particular, but just the fact that they no longer felt alone, you know, in how they viewed religion or God or anything like that. So I'm so glad that I was able to be that kind of positive force in your life.
Okay, thank you, man. Talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later,
Bye.
Lisa. You have a good night, okay?
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Awesome call there. Very, very happy to hear Lisa call in. That's so great. All right, we got another caller. There we go. Another caller. Hi, caller. Who have we got on the line?
You're talking to Gary White.
You know, as soon as I heard the dog bark, I was like, that's got to be Gary.
How are you guys doing tonight, John?
Oh, you know, we're doing pretty good. I think I've got some, I think I got a steak that's going to be waiting for me here in a little bit. And so that's going to be a really good dinner. And, you know, we pretty much don't really have much to do the rest of the night. I do need to get my videos recorded for next week. I'm going to try to see if I can get at least one recorded tonight. I've got it most of the way scripted, so I'll just have to record that.
Okay. I just want to say congratulations to you guys for your for 50K subscribers. I would have gotten on the thing with the Hangouts today, but my phone was like kind of screwing up right now at the moment. So I decided to call in to say congratulations and say I'm glad I got to hang out with you guys all the time, and I'm glad I got to come find your channel.
Oh yeah, man! I'm really glad that that you found the channel and that you're enjoying it so much. I'm glad that you still get a lot of enjoyment out of hearing me rant about the same shit day in and day out.
Yeah, and hopefully, like I said, and hopefully as soon as I get my headset, we can hang out and play some Call of Duty or some Division or whatever. Because I got three of the things already here. I'm just waiting on the headset, and as soon as that headset gets here, I'm ready to rock and roll, and we can play some Division or some Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, okay, that sounds awesome. Yeah, definitely, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, congratulations, John, on 50K.
Thank you so much, Jane. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she wanted to say congratulations as well. And like I said, I'm glad I actually found your channel, and actually I'm glad to call you a friend, because I know there was times like if I'm just sitting here don't have nowhere to talk to, I can always talk to you.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm here for you anytime you need to talk or anything like that. I mean, I know we're connected on Facebook and stuff too, so you know, anytime you need to talk, man, I'm here for you.
Yeah, and I know with me, I'm in a bizarre place. Like I believe in God still, but I'm sort of riding on the fence of leaning progressive and your channel's really helped me make that decision more smoothly on which way I want to lean more.
Oh yeah, and I'm so glad that you don't take like offense whenever I lay into some of these more fundamentalist or some of these arguments for God and stuff. I appreciate you keeping an open mind about it, and yeah, I'm just glad that you're a part of the channel there, Jane.
And I'm also glad to keep an open mind about that as well, because you know, I'm just like her, just trying to figure out what's the best thing. But I'm glad to know you as a friend and have look at your channel and like I said, I tried to get on the Hangouts earlier, but my phone was like my phone was screwing up.
Oh no, that's no problem. I mean, I'd try. I wish that I could. I could actually schedule things to where people would actually be able, like everybody that wanted to join would be able to join. I know sometimes I kind of screw up on the scheduling, but you know, there's always next month, and these are actually monthly Hangouts now, so you can guarantee on that to be happening.
And I was actually playing one of your videos at work last night, and I had somebody look over and was like, what is going on with that? What is going on with him listening or something like that? I had your live stream on last night, and I was trying to listen to most of it while I was waiting to get off work.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that my live streams to the a new ear can be somewhat strange.
Yes. So, like I said, I got most the 2/3 of the stuff here. I got the new controller and I got the network adapter, so I can use my old headset until the new one gets here. If you want to jump on like the Warzone, me, you, and Uha can jump on Warzone and play like the Call of Duty Warzone tonight if you want.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that tonight, just because I got a lot of stuff planned. But definitely sometime in the future, we'll try to see if we can coordinate that.
All right, that'll be fine by me. And like I said, congratulations on the 50K. Hopefully, I'll be with this group for the next 50.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, see you later.
Have a nice night.
All right, you too there, Jane.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Let's see. Before we get to our next caller, we do have Arduin saying, do you only have a U.S. call-in number? Yeah, I do. Right now, it's only U.S. I tried looking for a more international kind of number, but it was really only for like U.S. and Canada kind of thing. They do have other numbers that are public, which I guess maybe I could look into like getting an 800 number. But it seemed like the 800 number was, I thought that it said that it was only for US and Canada or anything. So I'm really sorry about that, Arduin, but I'll definitely try to see about getting a more international number set up for people to call into. So let's say question this asks, which COD has the exosuits? That would be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That's the one with the exosuits that you can like double jump and shit with. I really wasn't all that big of a fan of that one, but you know, I really like the new Modern Warfare reboot. But anyways, we do have a few more callers on the line, so let's see who we got. All right, caller, who do we got on the line?
Hey, John. It's Kitty. Figured.
Oh, hey, Kitty, how you doing?
Congratulate you. I'm good. I wanted to call and congratulate you on 50K. Like, you and Godless Cranium actually were the first atheist YouTubers that I found and started watching. And as I got to know you and Casey more, seeing what you do, not only for the community, but for the world, be it raising funds to buy peanut butter to supply the dietary needs of Haitian orphans, or helping me when I needed the new sewing machine so that I could keep sewing masks. Up to 270 now. The sewing machine that you guys helped me get when you supported the GoFundMe and promoted it, I've sewed 200 masks on it because I was at 70 before. So like, I have you guys to thank for all of that, and everyone I've given masks to has you to thank.
That is so awesome to hear. I'm so glad that you were able to really produce that many masks. I mean, you've been working hard.
I'm still going. Yeah, it's still going.
That's pretty awesome. I regularly wear the one that you made for Brocephus, of course, and then I've got my GE mask. I believe it's in there in
your bin.
It's in my drawer that I have, or whenever I go out and I leave the house, it's right there. So if I don't have one on me, I can just pick that one up and take it out there real quick.
No, when I talked to KC, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some masks for you guys, and she picked out fabrics and such, and I was like, all right, I need to find one for Brocephus, and I actually went to Joann's, and I was looking for the most Brocephus fabric I could find, and that was the winner. Like, I saw it and I'm like, yeah, that's the one. That's the fabric. That's gotta be. So I grabbed it right away.
It was perfect with the Freedom Eagle and everything.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so Brocephus. Oh, and on other parts of the fabric, there were actually like girls, like attractive, skinny women in like marching band outfits. Like, so it was over the top. But the Freedom Eagle, I was like, yeah, we got to go with that.
Yeah, definitely the Freedom Eagle. I mean, it works so well with like my U.S. flag hat, and then I've also got that shirt, America. That is the complete Brocephus ensemble right there.
That's fantastic. But no, I'm glad that I could, send some to you guys. Like, I still have the Godless Engineer beanie hat. Like, I think I'm one of, like, that was a limited thing, I believe. There were only so many of those, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah,
But it's sitting in my drawer.
Yeah, I had to special order them from a retailer, and I haven't ordered another set because that requires it relying on me to take payment, but also to mail them out. And I found that I was not all that great at at mailing them out. So that's why I would only promote them like at a certain time. And then I'd get all of the orders in, and then I'd just mail them out all at one time. That way, I didn't have to like try to remember shit.
We still have a couple, don't we?
Yeah, I do still have a couple in there. But I think pretty much, I think one I've actually got to send out soon. But I'm pretty much just keeping them so that I have ones that I can switch out during the winter. Which I know that Teespring has a beanie that I can design.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm thinking about doing a beanie
Yes.
on Teespring so that people can buy it.
Yeah, you definitely need to. Between that and my heathen shirt, which, I wear way more than I probably should, considering in the South. But honestly, I really don't care. It's kind of a, unapologetic atheist here. Like, I don't care, like, what other people believe, but I'm not going to hide that I don't believe. And honestly, it was you that got me to be more outspoken and, unapologetic, where it used to be that I would just kind of keep quiet and very few people knew I was an atheist. But, after seeing you, getting to know all the wonderful people in the atheist community here on YouTube and in the Discords, I was like, I'm actually, it was instead of just something it was something I was proud to be, if that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. It definitely makes sense. I know that it took me, that was the biggest hurdle for me personally to get over, is to become okay with myself, but then also to, be proud to be like an atheist. And I mean, I think that I am very proud to, put myself out there and to let people know that they're not alone in questioning, religious ideals. And I'm glad that I could kind of be that for you, I guess. I don't know if that would be accurate to say.
No, and I appreciate it. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was actually easier to come out to my family as bisexual than it was to come out as an atheist. Like, hands down. Like, they took the bisexuality way better than the atheism.
Yeah, I can just imagine it's like, okay, look, I'm fine with the whole bisexual thing, but atheist? Like, I can imagine that being a common thing.
It was my dad that I came out to on both accounts first. And he's the one that's like most accepting. Like, when I decided at a young age that I didn't want to be Christian, he was the one who bought me books on Wicca. He supported me looking, because he's more of a deist than a Christian. Like, my mom was Catholic and then she went to like Baptist, and my dad was just like, I believe in God. I believe I have a personal relationship with that God, but I believe that church is not the way to get to that. It's a personal thing as opposed to an institutional one. So he was actually much more open to me exploring different religions and faiths. And, we can have conversations about religion, no problem. We can no longer have conversations about politics because he's, been lost to One American News. That's a story for another day. But no, so yeah, when I came out as bi, he was just like, honestly, he's like, I like pussy. I get why you would like it too. And that was the end of it. I'm like, oh, I love you, Dad. Like, that was it. That was the end of the conversation. I'm like, okay. Like, I was so terrified going into it. And then he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, whew, like a huge weight off my chest. And then the atheism, he was just like, but why? Like, he didn't quite get it, because like, he believes he has this very personal relationship with a God. So to him, it didn't compute. There was nothing he could relate to there. So it was a little bit, uncomfortable at first, but he was the first one that, really was accepting of it. And like my family, they accept me. They just don't want me talking about religion or politics because they're all kind of conservative Christian types. So it's one of those things. It's nice having a place where I can speak openly and use my voice to try to effectuate positive change in the world through voice and action. And again, I wanted to call in just so that I could thank you guys live on air for the work you guys put in, not only for the community, but for the world. And personally for me, like I wouldn't have been able to continue making masks if it wasn't for the help of you and Casey. And I will be forever grateful to you for that.
It was our pleasure to help you get the money for that and to promote it out there, because I mean, with you doing all of it for at least for us for free. I don't know if you're charging to make masks now, but I mean, you were providing.
I don't charge to make them.
Okay.
I just ask people pay the shipping, because like I'm supplying the materials, and it doesn't matter if you want 2 or 20 masks. It's the same like flat rate of $8, $7.75 for the USPS.
Okay.
As long as it'll fit in an envelope. So like I haven't actually done it to make money. It's more, I'm still at a net negative because, as I run out of supplies, I have to use my own money to, buy more supplies. But it's something I can do. Like our financials haven't been really drastically impacted by the pandemic, and not everyone is as fortunate as we are to still have income and have things be stable. So it's one of those things, like I chip in any excess that I have towards more materials so that I can get them out there. And even Not Your Witness and Marrow have masks from me, like ship masks out to Australia that I made for them. And I was super excited to do that. Like I love that I'm able to not only do something nice for people, but knowing that like something that I made is helping people on multiple continents, because I've got Europe, Australia, and the US. And it gives me like that warm fuzzy feeling,
Yeah. Do you? I don't know if you want to put yourself like out like any kind of contact information if people want to get one of your masks. I don't know if you want to say that like here right now or anything like
sure.
that.
I mean, most people know how to get in touch with me, but it's Kitty the Atheist on Twitter. That's where I am mostly, and like that's the same username I have on Discord. I don't remember the 4 numbers that come after it on Discord though, but you should be able to find me on Twitter and just send me a DM there and let me know, if you need something. I'd be happy to help. Like I am a little bit backed up for orders, and with my disability, I sometimes have to take rest days. So, I'm trying to pace myself because there's still a lot of people in need of masks out there. Plus, I'm now supplying a street medic for BLM actions that are happening here in my area, making masks that can, that are individually wrapped, that can be handed out to people at the actions that might not have them, to try to keep people safe there. So super busy, but if somebody really has a need, then, by all means, reach out to me and I will get it done. It's more important to me to keep people safe in these trying times.
Oh yes, definitely, I agree. Which I put your Twitter handle in the live chat. It looks like Cadence has got you covered for the Discord ID, and then Arduin is asking, can we support?
Amazing.
Yeah, Arduin is asking, Kitty, can we support you in this great cause? Like, is there any way that anybody can support you? Like, what's the best way if somebody wants to help you out?
I did actually make a Cash App and a Buy Me a Coffee. I believe that they are on my Twitter right now. I think it might be the pinned tweet on my Twitter. But it's one of those things, like, nobody has to like give. And if anybody, I will say, if somebody is in need of masks and you cannot, afford the shipping costs, don't feel bad. You can still reach out to me. I don't mind paying the shipping for somebody if they have a genuine need. Like if they really don't have that extra $8, then, I got you covered. But, like if you can afford to pay the shipping, please do. It's one of those things. Like I want to help as many people as I can, and if someone really has a need, I'm not going to let a measly $8 stop them from getting something that they need.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, I applaud you for how much work you're putting into this, and the fact that you're doing it practically for free. Producing these masks. So I think that's very commendable. That's awesome.
And they're great masks.
They are great masks.
you.
All of them.
They are.
Like I really do appreciate the kind words. It really means a lot to me. Like, honestly, if the fucking politicians can get their act together and get another stimulus check out, then I was actually planning on getting one of those little Cricut machines where you can program it to cut things out. And that way I could do like masks that are more than just basic fabrics. Because right now I'm kind of limited since I don't have an embroidery machine, which is like $800. So that's just out of the question. But a Cricut machine is, you can get one for around $200 or so, and they actually make iron-on fabric that you can put in the machine, and it will cut out a pattern. It's a single color, but I could do like logos, or writing. I can customize them with a name and then iron it in place, so it gives more versatility for getting things out there. And the biggest hurdle I found with masks is getting people to wear them. So if it's something that they really like, if it's got, something like their name or a symbol, or, it's their favorite colors, I try to work with everybody that comes to me, and I either show them the collection of fabrics that I've gotten a hold of or colors, and then I can do mono or two-tone. And like I've got some Batman black and yellow, Batman color, like black and yellow masks that I'm working on right now. But yeah, I try to make them so that people like them, because if you like them, you're more likely to wear them. And if we want like this to ever end, people need to wear fucking masks.
Oh no, yeah, I totally agree. Well, it was really great hearing from you, Kitty.
Yeah, I will hop off the line so others have a chance.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I really appreciate you calling in, wishing me the happy 50K, and trust me, I appreciate your friendship and sticking with us through everything for the past year or two. I appreciate all of that, and it means a lot to me.
I appreciate you guys too. Lots of love. Be well. Be safe. And here's to the next 50K.
All right. Thank you so much, Kitty. I will see you later. You have a good night, okay?
You too, honey. Bye.
Bye.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, she is. She is awesome. Kitty is awesome.
And that machine does some really cool stitch stuff, the machine that she got.
Yeah.
And like, I really feel like eventually, like I know she's doing the mask thing in her free time now, but like, I think eventually she could totally open up like some sort of like Etsy store.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so.
She's
I think
really good.
Yeah, I think an Etsy store is definitely in Kitty's future. So I've had a few super chats come in. I don't want to pass those by. We get Terrence Clark, who says, "I started watching your channel as I was leaving my faith and going through a divorce. You and the GE Heathen community were a touchstone through all of that. Thank you so much and congrats." That's so awesome to hear. I love hearing about how much good we're working in other people's lives and helping people come to decisions on what they believe, and helping people become okay with themselves for not believing. And I think that's the main goal ultimately overall that we have with this channel, is to provide a community and to provide people with reasons to not feel like they're wrong or alone just because they're an atheist. And then we got Uhan who said, "Congratulations, Brocephus." I'm sure Brocephus is very excited about it. The Random Explorer became a pure free thinker. So Random Explorer, if you want to hit me up for that private chat that you get for being a pure free thinker, man, you just email me. And then we got Dan the Machine, who says, "Congrats on the 50K. You, GE, and Casey are really good people. Keep it up. Wish you all the best." Thank you so much, Dan the Machine. I appreciate you, man. All right, so we still have callers on the line, which I think I'm actually gonna suspend the new call so that we can start working on closing out here. But the ones that are left, if you're in the queue right now, don't worry, I got you. We'll get to you. So we're gonna get to the next caller that's been on for a little bit here. Maybe there we go. All right, caller, who do we have?
Hey, John, it's Neil the 604 Atheist.
What is up, Neil? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. Congrats on the 50K.
I know. Thank you so much. You know, it feels like it was just last week or something that we, both KC and I, were on your show when you interviewed us.
Yeah, well, you guys go, actually, you were, I think, in the first 20 videos that I did, I think somewhere in there, like the very beginning stages. And thanks for doing that. That was fucking awesome. And second of all, it's one of the reasons I started my channel is because every time I watch one of your videos for the few years before I started going, it was like, use your voice. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do. And then I finally figured it out. And the rest is history. So, I mean, I'm closing in on 2K myself, so that I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. So
that's so awesome. Trust me, like the biggest grinds that I've had to do was growing from like 0 people all the way up to even 1K. I mean, that was a tough grind for me. So it's pretty awesome that you're hitting 2K.
Yeah,
so check out Neil the 604 Atheist. Do that right meow.
Yeah, he does really great interviews with people in the community, and he usually has after shows where people just sort of hang out and talk, and it's a great place to just sort of be amongst like-minded people.
Exactly, and that's why I do it. And you were talking about how you get emails or messages from people saying how you help them. I'm starting to get those myself now. I'm getting emails from people saying that they, like fence sitters or whatever, and they weren't sure if there was, people out there like them, and they stumbled on my show and they're grateful for hearing these stories and they identify with them and all kinds of shit. And that's what makes me happy. It's like, at least I know I'm making some kind of a difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I always love getting those kind of emails and messages and everything like that. I remember when I was coming out of my religious mindset, I actually wrote a message to David G. McAfee. I don't know if you know him. He's kind of he's an author and he's a blogger, and he helped me actually become okay with not believing, with being okay with being an atheist in the South. And I remember sending him a message about how he helped me, and I'm so glad whenever I get one of those messages myself, because it's like that's my goal. My goal is to help people, feel good about themselves for regardless of whether they believe or not.
Yeah, just for actually being who they are, and they should be proud of that.
I think he follows me on Twitter.
David G. McAfee?
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe a lot of people follow you that do not follow me. You're a bit more palpable, I think.
But I mean, you have an idea.
Yeah, but you've got the more important followers. Not that my followers are not important.
Oh yeah,
he does.
Saying. David G. McAfee. Yeah, he follows me on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. But so, what are you up to there, Neil?
Well, just getting my shit together for tonight's show with No Illusions. So
cool.
That's going to be a fun one tonight, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. When does that start?
I was going to say, if you're up for the after party, man, it's 6 o'clock Pacific time. Sorry. So that's like, I think you're Central, right? So that'd be 8.
Yep. 8 o'clock Central time.
Yeah. And we're going to do an after show for that too, or an after party as I call them. And if you guys are up for it, you should jump in and say, hey, because Noah's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to make it by tonight in the after show. Which are you guys going for about an hour on the interview and then going into the after show, or?
Yeah, usually I go about an hour. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. It just depends on how the conversation's going, I guess. If we run out of things to say, you know what we're talking about now, we can pick up in the after party, and that's what happens sometimes. So we just get right into that. And there's a lot of people that want to come in tonight. I know that already.
What time is it?
I mean, Noah's pretty well known.
So the time is 8 p.m. Central for us, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll definitely
then
be in the chat for the interview, and then if I can make it in the after show, which apparently it's kind of getting booked up. So hopefully I can get in on the after show.
It happens when I have.
Sorry, did I miss it?
Who? Oh, no illusions.
No illusions.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
It's okay.
Scathing
I'm
atheist.
so sorry. I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry.
Oh no! Oh, it's Noah Legends.
No illusions. Noah illusions, and he does the god awful movies and scathing atheists and shit like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With him and Eli and Heath. Yeah.
Right. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking that you were saying no, like N-O, illusions.
Yeah. Which is the point of his name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Noah.
I'm so
illusions,
I'm so behind on this. I feel like an old fuck right now.
Well, don't worry, I got you beat there. I am an old fuck. So.
Well, I'll definitely be there for the interview then. Anyways, I hope that you have a great night. I hope you have a great interview. Maybe I'll see you later. And thank you for coming on and talk with me for a bit.
Well, I had to. I posted your that you were going live and doing this shit, and I said, should I prank call him? And then I decided I'll just call you anyways and give you a big congrats and a big virtual congrats hug and all that shit live on your show. But dude, you've done so much for this community that myself and many others are grateful for what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you as well as everybody else. I'm so glad that we've been able to have such a positive effect in the community.
Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely worth doing for sure, especially when you're helping people.
I could not agree more.
All right, brother, you got more to deal with, so I will let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hopefully we'll see you in the chat later and possibly the after party, friend.
All right, man. I'll see you later. You have a good night, and hopefully I'll be able to see you then.
Okay, bro. Cheers.
Bye. All righty. So let's see. All right, so we got one more call. We got two more callers. Hello, who do I have on the line?
Hello, me? Yes, is that me?
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hey. Yeah, you didn't call out the area code or anything, so I wasn't sure if I was the one or somebody else was the one or...
Oh, well, I think that there's like an auditory beep that goes on right before
Christ. You're absolutely right. I did hear that. I want to let anybody else know who happens to be calling in that yes, there will be a beep. Now that I know that within the last 12 seconds, that yes, if you're calling in, there will be a beep to let you know. So yeah, that was my signal. Yeah, so a lot of the calls that have been coming in, I get have just they've been comments and a lot of congratulations, which you absolutely deserve. Congratulations to you and Casey both on this 50K milestone. That is absolutely fantastic. And I wanted to add on that although they've been a lot of congratulations, which they rightfully should be, the whole AMA thing, the Ask Me Anything, which I remember hearing earlier, I haven't heard a whole lot of actual questions about that. And I actually did have a question, and believe me, it's not a challenge question at all. It's a softball, I think.
Okay, shoot.
But yeah, no, awesome. So I was curious because, just because of how I guess it relates to my own experience of having, sort of recently coming into the sort of agnostic atheist community. And my first introduction to real positive atheism, to be honest, was Jimmy Snow. Just several months ago. I mean, up until then, I'd been questioning my faith and kind of going back and forth, flip-flopping for for a very long time, and I came across a video on his channel, which was on the algorithm for some reason. I'm not exactly sure how it even popped up, but it did, and I'm glad that I discovered it. And that was my introduction, because after I had watched several of his, very positive, focused videos, then I was introduced to your channel, more or less, after that. And that was just within the last couple of months. And since then, I've enjoyed the Friday night live streams and things like this that happen to come up, and it's wonderful. So that's kind of my own experience, and it's that's a very brief synopsis of it. And I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I heard a question. Was it what now?
Oh yeah, no. We just. Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say that. This is Mike Tolley. I am in the chat.
Okay. Hi, Mike.
Hey.
How you doing? Sorry.
No. I totally glossed over that in the beginning, and no. Yes, I'm glad that's yes. The cat's out of the bag. The Zorro mask is off. Here I am, Mike Tolley. So that was my own experience over the years. That's kind of how it culminated into what it is now. But my question, I guess, to you, and I suppose this would apply to you and Caitlin, both of you, was that being, I'm only curious, I guess, is that being living in the southern U.S., which is kind of viewed by a lot of people as having this kind of automatic, ardently kind of religious outlook. Do you feel like you two have faced any more conflict or anything that maybe a lot of other people in other areas of the world or the U.S. maybe didn't face, especially, being, more or less in the public eye, like having a voice and having, being a public figure, with a YouTube channel of sorts? Do you feel like you've faced anything different compared to, maybe populations of the U.S. or anywhere else that, that might not be viewed by others as having such stringent kind of religious expectations?
Like, I guess, are you asking, do we have like any interesting, or what seems to be abnormal experiences, like being an atheist and being in the South? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I guess that is more or less what I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, this particular area is where KC has a lot more stories than I do, because
okay.
Due to other family things, like I haven't, when I became an atheist, I really wasn't around my family all that much. When I was around my family, they knew I was very vocal about not believing. And so I had some uncles that would kind of poke fun at me for it, and I had family members that was like, we're just not going to talk about it. In fact, when I first became an atheist, I had multiple family members remove me from their friends list on Facebook, and that's why I even created the Godless Engineer online sort of brand. Is for an outlet.
Wow, okay,
yeah. Is for an outlet, so that I could like be all snarky and stuff and post like memes and stuff like that. And so that's kind of where GE started at. I don't really have a lot of stories. Like when I was first becoming an atheist, when my family members were involved, like there were people that like my family members' friends would attack me on my atheism, and they would say ridiculous stuff and everything like that. Like I said, that's caused some family members to distance themselves from me. They don't really want to know me anymore, kind of thing, because I don't believe in God, which is kind of funny because it didn't really matter to them whatsoever prior to that point. like whether or not I believed in God. But it's like once I say that, they immediately become the most devout Christian you've ever heard of. And I know that this is very similar to a lot of people, because like a lot of people that like religion just doesn't come up. But then once you say, yeah, I don't really believe in God, then all of a sudden they get their cross, they put it over their hearts, and like, how could you ever deny Jesus? And it's like, you're no saint. We went to the strip club 2 weekends ago there, Jill or John, whatever. Women go to strip clubs too.
They do.
Yeah. So now KC has a couple of good ones to tell if you want to hear them. So there's.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So start off with the one with the random woman coming up to you at, I think it was like
and
lunch.
Apologizing.
Yeah, and apologizing.
Yeah. So there was a lady who I had seen. I still don't know her name. There's about, well, not anymore because of COVID, but there's about 7,000 people or so that work in the complex. It's 4 big buildings, and there's about 7,000 people that work there. So I don't know her name, but I see her regularly. And she just came up to me, and we'd always had very friendly interactions with each other. And so one day she comes up to me in the cafeteria, and we were just walking through, and she apologized to me. And I guess she was in a 12-step program. She had some issues with addiction, but she apologized to me, and I had no idea why. Apparently because I don't normally talk about being an atheist unless someone brings up this. Like, I'm not like one of those people that's like smacks you in the forehead. I don't believe in God, but
yeah, I gotcha.
But if somebody brings it up, I'm not afraid to, say that and that I'm an atheist. I'm not concerned about that. And, so it had come up with her early on when we first had sort of met and interacted, and that was like a year and a half earlier than when this happened, when she came up to me in the cafeteria. But she apologized to me because she said that she like immediately thought certain things about me because I was an atheist, like that I was, not a good person, or that I worshiped Satan or whatever. Like, she thought all these like random weird things about me, and just automatically. But it's weird because she had always been really nice to me. Maybe it's because she didn't want me to sick Satan on her. I'm not really sure. But so she apologized for that, and she said that in her program she had met some other atheists. She said she had never met an atheist before me, and so she had met some other people in her program and got to know that none of those things were accurate, and it was just things that she had learned growing up in church. And so it was a little surreal because I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea that she thought these weird things about me. But yeah, she's a really sweet person, and I'm glad that she got a chance to meet other atheists. But look, it just goes to show you that people, that it's weird to me how churches teach about how atheists are these terrible people and how we worship Satan, which, there are Satanists, and some of them worship a supernatural Satan being and some of them don't. But that's not atheists still. So, it's interesting. Yeah. And I've had other people that I work with come up to me, and one lady came up to me and she's like, you act like a Christian. And I kind of looked at her a little sideways because I was like, what? And she was like, well, at the time, I think this was either when we were I don't know if it was when we were raising money for peanut butter, or if when we were collecting money for Christmas presents for the orphans. I'm not really sure which. It was one of those things, but she was like, well, you do good stuff for people. And I was like, a lot of atheists do good stuff for people. You just... Maybe you just don't know.
So you're acting like a good human being.
Yeah.
What it was.
Yeah. So apparently that made me like a Christian. But I tried to explain to her that a lot of atheists are exactly the same as I am. Just normal people who just, the only difference between you and me is you believe in God and I don't. And, and so that's one of the main things that I face down here is people having automatic perceptions of who I am and what I'm about when they find out that I don't believe in God. And so that's the biggest thing that I face. But it's not hard, at least not for me, to overcome that It is with some people. Some people just cannot accept that you don't believe in, and mainly that's fundamentalist Christians. But I have even one of my former bosses was a Mormon and a great person, and he knew that I didn't believe, but like he was in a 100 person Mormon choir that would perform a couple times a year, and I would go to their church and watch the performances because they were great. I mean, they were a great choir. And if somebody is open and willing to have conversations, you can have them, or you can just coexist and not talk about it, and it's fine. But overcoming those initial perceptions is the hardest part for me, I think. That's what I come across the most.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Was there another story where somebody thought that you sacrificed small animals?
Yeah, it was someone in the chat, Reese in the chat already mentioned it. Yeah, she thought, and I laughed when she said this because I seriously thought she was kidding, but she definitely wasn't. I come to find out, which then made me feel really bad.
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry, 1 second. Before you even continue, I want to just to step in front of this. Now, was this based on just the fact that you are an atheist, or did she see something or think something? Did she see something you did and think that, or see some group that you are a part of and jump to this conclusion? Or is this like totally based on like, she's an atheist, I bet she sacrifices animals?
Yes, totally just based on the fact that I'm an atheist. I don't I don't mix my work with my online. So like I'm not friends with people that I work with on social media or anything like that. I don't mix the worlds. And so gotcha. She had no idea of anything else other than I'm an atheist, but she grew up in a Southern Baptist church, and that's what they taught, is that atheists sacrifice small animals to Satan in their basements. So she said that to me one day. She was like, that's what she thought, that I went home from work. Yeah. She thought that's what I go home from work and do. And I just looked at her. First I laughed, right? Because I thought she was kidding. And then I realized she was serious. So I just looked at her and I was like, the first thing I could think to say, which is really sarcastic and shitty, is, but I don't even have a basement. So it was definitely interesting.
And I gotta say, Casey had a much better reaction than I would have, because I think my suggestion was that she draw a pentagram in her little sand.
I did that
thing. Oh, you did do that.
I did later. Yeah, later.
Okay.
Once I realized how freaked out she was by the whole thing, I drew a pentagram at GE's suggestion, and I have a little sandbox. You know that Brookstone sand? It's the silicone sand.
It's like a little peace garden or something. It's something kind of it's like an Asian kind of thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not a Zen garden.
Not a Zen. Okay.
It's the silicone sand, that sticky sand that you can mold and shit. Yeah. So I have some of that. So I drew.
Okay. Yeah.
So I drew a pentagram, and it didn't say anything. Just left it on my desk, and she doesn't work with me anymore. So
yeah, it's just it's crazy. She has a lot, like I said, she has a lot more of that kind of experience than I do. But I mean, that's mostly because, like, at my work, I mean, people, I don't go around saying, I'm an atheist or anything like that. People at my
like no reasonable person should, with anything that they believe,
Right. Well, I mean, and at my previous project that I worked on, people knew that I was an atheist, but it seemed like every single time I jumped in on a conversation and I put my 2 cents in, it would always be me, the one that is getting yelled at. For whatever reason. Like, there was this one conversation over LGBTQ people in Boy Scouts, and like the conversation ended with one of the guys that was in the conversation yelling at me like, I don't want no gay scout leader, and then leaving. And I'm like, okay, All right. And so I'm like, I'll just walk away from this situation. So I kind of, through experiences, I come to find out that, you know, it like, I really don't want to interact with my coworkers on that level, like, because it never turns out well. But if I'm ever directly asked at work, you know, I don't hide that I don't believe in God. I've actually had somebody that like right now I'm working on a project where there's a lot of like collaboration between all the developers, and I mean I've had noticeably anti-religious books on my desk, and it's really weird because I have one guy that would come in and be like, "Hey, I think that you might like this book," and it was like a book by one of the band members of Tool, I think it was, and it was kind of an anti-religious book. Yeah, and so it's kind of a mixed bag, because I'll sit there at work and I'll hear people talk about like their church gatherings and like, oh, I do this at church, I do that at church, and I'm just sitting there like, what?
I'll be honest, I get more shit for being a liberal than I do for being an atheist.
Yes, being a liberal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am one of the only
days.
liberal people at my job.
Same.
Yeah. So it's those are how those things work out. But anyways, yeah, it's I mean, there's some crazy stories, and I know that there's a lot more crazy stories out there.
Well, yeah, and I feel this has been sort of enlightening for me. This whole exchange here, or more or less, I guess it's been you two kind of sharing your own experiences, but it has opened up kind of a whole new field of vision for me, I guess, because I don't think it really is essentially any different in that region than it is where I live, which is Minnesota. You know, I live, up, a few hundred miles north of you folks, I suppose. But the only difference is that for some reason, there seems to be like a sort of more of a megaphone or sort of a louder voice that kind of surrounds the, people in the southern U.S. when it comes to certain topics, and religion being one of them, where a few people might be louder, or maybe there could possibly be different reasons for centering on that region for whatever reason, but the personal experience is really likely, and this is just from my own anecdotal experience, I guess, but it seems likely not too far removed from another, from any other person's own or any other group's own experience within any other region of the United States. So
yeah, I think that it's a pretty standard reaction, at least here in the United States. Of course,
yeah, absolutely.
The more you travel outside of the United States, depending on the country that you're in, you have people that are a bit more agreeable with like the non-belief, persuasion.
Sure.
But here in the U.S.,
I feel, and I'm trying to be more, and I don't want to speak outside of my own experience. I only have the United States experience to speak from. I've never traveled overseas or anything, so this is, I don't want to step outside of my bounds and pretend that I know more than I actually do. I think you're absolutely right, though.
Oh, yeah. But within the U.S., I mean, there seems to be just a general, idea that atheists worship Satan and we're horrible people.
Yeah, yeah, there really is. My very earliest introduction. Well, I won't even say introduction, but my earliest exposure to atheism was years ago, and that was also on YouTube, which is kind of a shame, because I think that's where a lot of maybe a lot of people's perceptions of atheism come from, because it was not a positive one. It was just this really, I don't even remember what the creator's name was, but this was the better part of 10 years ago, probably even more than 10 years ago. YouTube was more or less, it's not the entity that it is now, by any means. But it was, it was just a really, just all around negative view, complaining about everything, type of personality that just kind of really turned me away from it on all levels. And at that point in my life, I had not really done anything to challenge my faith. I was, I still kind of sort of considered myself a Christian, not practicing by any means. I was in college, I think, or just past college, I guess, at the time. And so I wasn't serious about my belief, but I felt like I was more open to other views. But I had totally shut myself out from the idea of atheism, and that one YouTube video that I watched seemed to reinforce that idea. Like, it gave me the, like, okay, atheism is, no, that's still ridiculous. Everything else is fine, but that's not cool because this guy sucks. Which is not, I'm happy, I feel very fortunate that there are more positive and reasonable and compassionate voices like your own, like Jimmy Snow, out there to counteract a lot of the toxicity, I think, that has kind of been cultivated with people's view of what an atheist actually is, or could be, because it all comes down to personal accountability when it comes to atheism, which is one of the things I really like about it. I mean, it comes down to the person and not the belief that they hold.
Oh,
which
definitely.
I really like about it.
I'm so glad that you consider me part of the compassionate and sort of positive voices out there, because I know there are a lot of people that wouldn't consider me a very positive voice, at least sometimes when I'm dealing with certain people. But I would really hope that people would understand that I'm more or less responding to like their particular attitude towards something and not like Christians on the whole. And I feel like my like live conversations or actual conversations that I have with people, I hope that actually shows, a good way to interact with people that don't exactly hold your own views.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you're absolutely a positive voice. You and Caitlin both, especially considering the causes that you raise for. I mean, one of my earliest actual live stream encounters with you guys was when you were raising money. It was for the schools. I can't remember what you were raising money for students to go to school, I think. And that was when I was like, oh, fucking A. All right, yes, I'm absolutely going to donate to this. And it was a fun, just a beautifully interactive live stream experience, which I loved. It was incredible. And that was when I made that was when I made my judgment that, this is something that's worth it. This is very cool.
No, that's awesome to hear. I believe that was back in July is when we did that.
That seems about right. Yeah.
That's
sounds
awesome.
Right. Well, hey, I tell you what, I've really tangled up your ear for a super long time here. I have this feeling that you've got more stuff to get to. I feel anyway like I've taken up a lot of your time here. And I've got some vodka lemonade to get to here, and and a pizza stone warming in the oven. Oh wait, sorry, what was that? Sorry.
I was just saying it was good to talk to you. I'm so glad you called in.
I'm so glad that I did too. Thank you so much for taking my call and for having this dialogue back and forth with me. I really, really appreciate it, sincerely. And again, congratulations on the 50K mark. That's really, really incredible. Just a beautiful thing to behold. So you two both have a wonderful evening. and we'll hopefully we'll be in touch in the future.
Oh, definitely. I hope so, and I hope you have a good night. Good night too. There. Let me see if I get this right, Mike.
That's a tough one for people to pronounce. I'm glad that you nailed it. Nail on the yeah. You nailed it right on the head.
Usually my problem is remembering somebody's name, because normally I remember like somebody's face or their voice better than I remember their name. So that was my struggle right there. Make sure I got it right.
I didn't even think about that side of it, because yeah, of course, you've got a whole list of names scrolling in front of you. I thought you were just talking about the spelling of it, about making a sarcastic comment on the spelling of the word Mike. No, yeah, which is why I laughed. But yes, anyways, yeah, thank you so much again, both of you, for taking the time and taking the call. I'll give the line up to whoever else is next, and thank you so much, and you guys have an awesome night.
All right, you too there, Mike. You have a good night. It was great talking to you.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that was awesome. Doesn't look like we got any more super chats, so I think we're going to go right into the last call that we have. I'm so grateful for this person holding on too. They've been holding on for 37 minutes. So let's see who are we talking with tonight. Hi, who do we got?
Hello. So your live stream appeared on my YouTube homepage, and I had never heard of your channel until just now. By the way, I'm clicking subscribe now, so that's 50,001.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
So I am a theist, and I'm from New England. And let me know, because I've been hearing your stories about like your people thought your co-host killed animals, or like the stuff your coworkers at were telling you when you were working on projects. And oh my goodness, so how I imagine you as a non-believer look at Christians in the South. Let me tell you, that is how Christians not in the South also look at Christians in the South. Like it's oh my, that is wild, man.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, there are divisions in Christianity too, because Catholics are regularly hated upon by the Protestants still, and one of the more damning things that they like to say, like the Protestants like to say against the Catholics, is that Catholics aren't really Christian, and so it's just it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so I grew up in Rhode Island. I currently live in DC, and it's wild because I've listened to the Atheist Experience before, some of these other call-in shows, and now I'll be listening to yours. And it's like Christianity in the Northeast is so different. And then I'm sitting with my head in my hands, just as embarrassed as you are with a lot of the callers. But anyways, I can think of no better way to close out your 50,000 subscriber live stream than with a theist asking your opinion about an argument you probably heard a million times. So with that said, I would love to know your thoughts on, or I guess your concerns with the Kalam cosmological argument as like a first step. It's like a first step in a cumulative case towards theism.
Yeah, sure. Now there are a lot of different types of kalam, or well, I guess there's only one kalam, but like there's a lot of different types of cosmological arguments. Could you kind of lay it out to me, like as you understand it?
Yeah, of course. So I guess I like the version William Lane Craig uses. You're correct. There was a whole host of these like first cause cosmological ones. So the one William Lane Craig defends, which I at least find it is a good first step, so to speak, is premise 1, everything that begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2, the universe began to exist. Premise 3, therefore the universe has a cause.
Well, right. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that version of it, though. I think the disagreement comes in when you try to link that cause to like God. So
sure.
For my perspective, I mean, the universe definitely had a cause to it, but we may not necessarily ever know what that cause is. Right now, the best scientific explanation for the quote unquote first cause or the cause of the universe is a fluctuation in the quantum in a quantum scalar field that basically caused the inflation of the universe, and the inflatons, which was a particle, that massive amount of energy transformed into just a different form of energy, which would become known
Which
as
specific model? I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm just because I know a lot of the models by name. Which specific model is that? I'm not like an engineer, as I take it from your title. You are. So I'm kind of familiar with them in more abstract terms. Which specific model is this? Because I am familiar with some of the competing models.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's the Big Bang Theory, of course, which is just the inflation of the universe. But this particular thing is
which expansionary model?
Huh?
Which specific expansionary model? Right, like Carol Chan, Hartle Hawking, just the standard Big Bang model. Which, like there's some cyclical models. I ask because it, from my limited, again, I'm not going to pretend that I have more of a background knowledge in like quantum mechanics, for example, than you probably have to take in your education. But from my limited understanding, you're describing one particular interpretation of inflationary cosmology that is by no means a majority opinion. And I'm not saying there is a majority opinion. Everybody's kind of like sitting there scratching their head, but I'm just for my sake. Was there a particular model you had in mind? And I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine. Of course, I'm not an expert in this, so I don't know the specific model name of it. What I do know is that I've looked into like what this cause of the universe could be, and it seems like the leading theory is one that involves quantum theory. And it's just that there's a quantum scalar field that fluctuated right into from its false zero position into more of a true zero position, and as it's tumbling down to that true zero, it caused the inflation of the universe. And so I'm not exactly sure what that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So that quantum fluctuation, did that exist in a prior state with temporal relations, like T1, T2, for example, or was it a timeless state, that is to say, like a state non-divisible in temporal divisions, and then there was a fluctuation that created space-time for the very first era of space-time? Was that previous state in which you're speaking of, was that also temporal? Or was that timeless? And I ask because you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said, okay, that sounds right to me, but why are these Christians pointing at this argument and saying, well, that may be God? And your answer to the question I just asked, right, whether that's timeless or temporal, kind of will move us in that direction. So could you clarify for me? You may have said it and I just didn't catch it.
Well, so, space and time are definitely coupled together. So space-time would have come into existence when our universe came into existence. So I don't think time as we experience it now or understand it now existed. So I don't exactly know what the state of of everything was prior to the inflation of our universe. But my issue with this is that I really don't think that you can discern or you can distinguish between any kind of God definition and just reality in general. And I feel like you're trying to move into this area of God as a timeless sort of outside of the universe type of thing, and that's why it's God that caused the universe. Is that kind of the direction you're moving?
What I was going to say is I get equally as annoyed when theists take this and say it completely proves God. But what I was going to me, it has interesting theistic implications. So, for example, it's given, like, for example, we know space-time is linked as an arrow, and it's something, the start would be outside of space and outside of time. it would, with sufficient, I don't want to use the word power. I don't want to sound like I'm smuggling in God, because I'm literally not trying to. Sufficient ability, whatever, to create the universe and like everything in it, or like has the underlying. Okay, well, it sounds like I'm smuggling God. Phrase it however way you want. But and then if it does not, which is what I just understood from what you said, if the state prior to the existence of the universe was not divisible in temporal units, right? Because that would imply a space-time arrow. Then would it not be the case that all causation would have to be simultaneous causation? In which case we would expect our universe, because I know like what is it, 13.5 billion years? That's not all that old. So if anyways, these are all things that are like in my head, where as a first step to a cumulative theistic case, it seems like where I don't know.
Well, yeah, I was kind of wondering where you were going with it. Like, I mean, the inflation of the universe happened so quick that it seemed near instantaneous. The inflation of the universe, I believe, happened in the first 10 to the negative 32 seconds.
Planck time, yeah.
Yeah, in the first Planck time. So, I mean, I think that it happened at that point, and also the way that we experience or understand time now doesn't mean that something similar or something in the same category as space-time existed prior to that. I mean, there's nothing that says that like another universe can't exist, or that another universe hasn't actually popped up into existence. I know that there's been some scientific study done sort of recently on the idea of us detecting another use banging into existence. So I just, we don't know what happened prior to the inflation of the universe. We probably won't ever know. But I think that there's a huge logical leap when you try to suggest that the only cause is God. That's really the only problem that I have with it.
Yeah, that's a completely reasonable problem. And I agree if somebody says that proves it's God. To me, I look at that and I think it's interesting. Let me ask you this. Do you think, because you kind of hinted at like cyclical universe, like before ours existed, there was another universe, which could very well have been. But do you think in something having been past eternal is something that's metaphysically actualizable, like something that could have happened? Like, so we could have had multiple universes before this, but do you think at some point there had to be a finite starting point, or do you think something being past eternal is something metaphysically actualizable?
I mean, I don't really see anything that prevents like an infinite.
Like, how could we have
past.
gotten to the present if we had to go through an infinite amount of time to get here?
I mean, I really don't know how to answer that particular question for you, because, I mean, regardless of how much time has passed in the past, we are here now. I mean, that's it's a lot like saying it's a lot like you getting to your destination and being like, well, how could we have come this innumerable amount of miles this far if we had to travel that far? It just kind of seems like a nonsensical kind of question to ask. You get what I'm saying?
I don't quite, because
so
example, if we're traveling, we know there's a starting point. But if we're going infinitely, like an infinite distance to the past, which is what would be necessary for an eternal universe. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say we can demonstrate mathematically that infinities or infinite numbers of things exist now. I mean, if you put your finger on
logically
one
or
part,
metaphysically, logically or metaphysically. I'm sorry to interrupt. Logically or metaphysically, because if you said to me in like Cantorian set theory that like you can make a set with an infinite number of things, I would agree with you. Logically, infinity is a coherent concept. But the idea that there could metaphysically, I'm looking at like my business cards, that I could literally have an infinite amount of business cards, or like I'm looking at my glasses, like an infinite amount of glasses, right? So are you saying infinity is logically possible as in Cantorian set theory, or are you saying it's metaphysically possible as in like my succulent I bought from Trader Joe's, which is dying because I'm a terrible plant father, is like I could have an infinite number of those?
Well, I mean, what we mean by infinite is just like a really, really, really large number, right? So large that it's
Not
nearly
finite. Infinite.
Right, but I mean, if you think about if you think about calculus, you can calculate the in calculus we regularly do this when we want to test limits of functions. We calculate them out to infinity, right? That's just a really large number. And then if you just take two if you put your finger on a desk and then put your finger on another part of the desk, I mean, how many individual units are between each of your fingers?
Are you asking me that question?
Well, yeah. I mean, like you can measure it in certain, like you can measure it by inches. There's a finite number of inches between there. Well, we can we can divide that up even more into however you want to measure it. The point is that you can keep slicing that down farther and farther and farther until it's like it ends up being like an infinitely huge amount of things that are in between your two fingers. That's how we can mathematically show that it exists.
Could I push back on that reasoning and just maybe bounce it off you, see your thoughts?
Okay.
I think that, so you are correct. You could subdivide the divisions between both of my fingers on my desk up to a potential infinite number of times. But that's a potential infinite. But at any point, if you were to say, to press stop, so to speak, at any point, it would be a finite, and you had the size of the unit, it would be a finite number of units, right? So like you can move toward a potential infinite and then never do the math. But then once you say, okay, stop, it will always be a finite number of units.
Okay.
So you just like reference like the existence of like in set theory or like in calculus as well. I'm getting like flashbacks to my like math classes. That's moving towards a potential infinite. But at no point can you divide the units by a potential infinite because we haven't determined a number. But then once we say stop, this is what we're going to use to divide the distance. Divide the distance between my two fingers. Then that'll be a finite number of units.
Okay. I don't see any reason why infinite numbers or like an infinite past can't exist. So I don't know how to answer it better than that.
Let me ask you this. So like if you don't have like I guess like knowledge being a subset of belief. So if you don't have reason to arrive at the positive claim that an infinite number of things do exist or don't exist. But since you are in that position of agnosticism, I don't think you can, pun intended, agnosticism. I don't think you can say, well, this thing, right, the metaphysically actualizable infinite, could be a reason why your argument may not work, without first demonstrating that thing could exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for example, atheists like saying, hang on, you're saying, like in the limited facts argument for the resurrection, which I'm sure you've heard a million times, the normal atheist response I hear is in order to claim that a miracle happened, you have to first demonstrate that miracles can exist. So in the case of like the argument I just made, like the finitude of the past, in order to say an infinite number of temporal units could have happened, would you not have to first demonstrate that an infinite number of things could exist?
Well, I mean, I don't. I feel like an innumerable or infinite amount of things like existing it can be mathematically proven. Now, as far as like having an infinite like number of physical things like plants or something like that, I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything that prevents an infinite amount of plants existing other than just the availability.
I can't think of anything
plants.
that prevents a miracle. Do you see?
Well, I mean, that's
Do
easy.
you see
What
I'm
prevents
saying?
a miracle from happening is the fact that the universe and reality in general operates by natural processes, and miracles are by definition a violation of natural processes. So you would need to show that the natural order of reality is suspended for some amount of time in order to suggest that miracles can happen.
Correct, but then wouldn't you need to show that an actual infinite number of things is not just logically possible, like it is in math, calculus, Cantorian set theory, but that it actually did happen before using that as a defeater for my argument for the infinite past? I'm not disagreeing with your miracle argument. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not exactly agreeing with you because I believe in like homie JC, he rose from the dead. But I'm saying that I agree with that argument, but that applies to my argument about the finitude of the past.
Okay,
I'm just saying, I feel like you apply the logic both ways.
Well, I mean, can you name one thing that prevents infinities from physically existing? One thing that
prevents infinity from physically existing. It needs to be demonstrated that it could exist. Because I'm saying we have no examples of an infinite number of things metaphysically existing. We do logically existing, but the universe being past eternal is something metaphysically happening. That is to say, like an eternal amount of units of time.
Well, but you see, hold on. But you see,
Sure.
in order to say that they don't exist or can't exist, you would need some kind of indication as to something that prevents it from happening. So,
could you repeat that? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I just didn't catch you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so basically, what I kind of feel like what you're saying is that physical infinities, they can't or don't exist because apparently I can't prove to you that they do exist. But if you're going to say that they can't or don't exist, then there would have to be some kind of physical law or physical thing that prevents them from existing. So I'm not saying that I can prove them. I'm actually saying that I don't know. I'm agnostic on the issue.
Oh, okay. I think we may have touched on some. So I agree. I don't know. But in order for one to be raised as a defeater for my argument for the finitude of the past, it has to first be proof. We have to first have proof that it could be the case. Just like we would need proof like that a miracle could be the case to use that as the best explanation for the facts surrounding the resurrection. So I agree. We don't know. But then you think of it like with any argument. You if you said to me, I love my partner. I could say like you're subject to some kind of mind control, but which is possible, but it's not like your job to rule that out, right? It's my job to provide evidence for that. So similarly, you in order to use that as a defeater for my argument for the finitude of the past, you would need to first explain that a metaphysical thing is not just logically possible. Excuse me, that an infinity is not just logically possible, but metaphysically actualizable.
Okay.
Hold on, you've been very very generous with your time. I don't know how if you have to hang up. I did want to ask because I see that your thing is and your phone number is ending in myth. Are you a mythicist?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now that I found your channel, I'll need to browse the videos. So I take it you think you've read Bart Ehrman, Did Jesus Exist? And you think he's wrong, right?
Well, yes, I think he's wrong, but I mean I think he's wrong because he just parrots all of the bad information that apologists use for it. And I mean, I've read other authors that have brought up good contradictory points. So that's why I'm a mythicist. And I mean, maybe when I do another one of these call-in shows, you can call in. We can talk about mythicism. But I do also have like a whole playlist of mythicist videos where I go through, all of the evidence.
Really?
Yeah.
So if I'm pulling your channel, if I go to playlist, okay. Do you have a designated time you do call in, like so I can set a reminder on my phone? Do you use it like a certain time every week?
Well, it's not every week. It's kind of looking like, because I have my son every other weekend.
Sure.
Probably every other week. I'm thinking about holding these kind of call-in shows. So it would be 2 weeks from today.
Would I just know this by like if I set notifications on your channel? Was that how I would know?
Yeah. I mean, it should. I mean, depending on YouTube, you know how YouTube is. But you can also go to the App Store on either iPhone or Android, and go to Crestus. If you search up Crestus, I've got an app there that kind of lays out, my position on the mythicism thing. If you really want to delve into that, huh?
You made the app?
Yeah. Well, I inherited
Wow.
the app from somebody that made it. I've been updating it, and I'm currently in the process of making it a lot better and restructuring it and everything like that.
Okay, I just said I would love to watch the videos and call back in on mythicism. Okay, I just set it to alerts on, so hopefully I'll get notified. All right, I won't take up any more of your time. That was a lot of fun, man. Congrats on 50,000 subs, and hopefully we'll I don't know, debate mythicism soon.
All right, it was great talking to you, man. I'm so glad you called in.
All right, have a good one.
All right, I'll see you. You have a good one too. Bye. All right. Well, that seems to be it. Let me see if I can. Let's see. End show. Let's see if we can end it. Confirm end show. Show is now offline. Awesome. We managed to almost burn through $10 of our balance. I'll have to add that extra international line so that we can fucking do that. I'm so glad that everybody stayed with me through all of that. Honestly, I'll have to go back and re-listen to them, because I really don't think that I was exactly in the wrong or anything like that. Michael W. Robo says, you just made a friend. I did. I love making friends. Uhan Roderick sent into the super chat saying annoying last second super chat. Oh, so sorry, Jake. We just ended the stream. I'm so sorry about that. 2 weeks from now, so not next Saturday, but the next, we'll also do another one. Another call-in stream. Cadence has an extra last-minute super chat for no reason. Thank you so much, Cadence. I appreciate that. So, anyways, that's going to be it for the show today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I especially loved the video that Uhan put together, and apparently KC wrote the description for, and I've read it, and it is just awesome. Thank you so much for that, honey. And yeah, I hope that you guys will stick around for the next 50K subscribers till we get to the 100K mark and we get our play button and everything like that. Also, I think at that point I can get verified and shit. So that'll be awesome. Yes, Cadence, you did help. Jen with one N said he sounded maniacally excited about mythicism. Yeah, I know. Arduin is going to be gone. See you later, Arduin. Mike, thank you so much. Christopher Dave says steel manning someone isn't a bad thing necessarily. No, I agree. I think that he gave me a lot to think about as far as all that. I know that I probably didn't have great answers for him, but then again, I'm not exactly the I'm not an expert on that fine of a look at the Kalam cosmological arguments. So anyways I will be let's see, I'm working on a technical problems with GE jingle on my keyboard. Here, I'll give you a little sample here. Technical problems with GE. Anyways, I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta go eat. I think we're getting prepared to eat or something like that. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to stand up, use your voice, all that kind of good shit. Bye, heathens.